This time on Backroads, I'm visiting a stunning town in Victoria. The place has become a magnet for explorers and thrill seekers on two wheels, and anyone really that loves the forest. Welcome to Forrest.
It was named in 1891 after this bloke, a local politician who pushed for a rail link so the forest around Forrest could be logged.
In the summertime, it was dust. In the winter, it was mud up to the knees. This town was built for sawmilling.
But could it be built for something else? "20 years ago, faced with the end of native forest logging in the Otway Ranges, the town was forced to adapt. Now, it attracts people who come to admire nature, not to cut it down. And some of those people decide to stay, reinventing themselves as well as forest.
I did initially think, what the hell have I done? I've gone from this hard-hitting detective to this country cop getting cows off the road.
My son, he said, look, you'll be in redneck country, you know, farming, and you'll be the only Muslims.
I thought I was going to be run out of town and crucified and I'd have lynch mobs after me.
I'm Paul West, and I want to know, how did Forrest become a sanctuary, not just for trees, but for people seeking change within themselves?
Check out this mad jump I'm going to do, Michelle. Oh, yeah.
Michelle Davidson reinvented herself when her family moved to Forrest from Melbourne in 2019. It's a decision that began on a bike.
Great trails, Michelle.
They're pretty fun. The first time I got on a bike, on a mountain bike, it makes you feel like a little kid, like no joke. It's fun, it was muddy and dirty and rough. You are just riding your bike in the bush. It's beautiful.
I think I've been hit in the face by about 4 butterflies over the course of the morning.
The monarchs are out here a lot.
Whew, it's been fun. So what was the catalyst to get you on the bike in the first place?
Yeah, so I was pregnant with my second child. And with my first child, I had postnatal depression. I really struggled with that constantness of being tied to your baby all the time, or especially breastfeeding. Like, there's just kind of no relenting from it. And yeah, just over time, my mental health got worse and worse. And so being pregnant with my second, I was like, I need a plan. And part of that plan became mountain biking. It became my weekly, just focus on riding my bike and forget everything else for that 2 hours.
It was a break from mothering and from a management job that no longer excited her.
I had worked at the same law firm for about 13 and a half years. I was on a career track, but at some point I just realised I actually didn't want it.
Then, one summer day in 2019, her husband proposed a tree change.
My husband Googled what was for sale in Forrest, and he just happened to find the perfect property in the perfect location to go, hey, if we lived here, you could ride your bike out your front door. I mean, he knew how to sell it, right?
Yeah. Clever man.
He knew what he was doing. I was like, I don't think I can say no to this. And we just completely upended our lives, and in that kind of 48 hours, just went for it.
They bought the local guest house and opened a bike shop. And Michelle now shares her passion for riding with other women.
So we're trying to keep our chin roughly in the same position to the bars, which means that our butt is naturally going to go back a bit.
It's a nice stretch.
Today, she's running a come and try event for women over 40.
My name's Paul, and I'm the odd one out here today, but thank you for having me in your ladies' school development class.
Yeah, fingers on brakes at all times.
Mountain biking can be daunting, especially if you're not young and sporty.
Pedals level, looking ahead. You look like you might be a little tense.
Where are you? A bit nervous?
When I first moved here, I was like, where are my people, you know? Where are the women that I'm riding with?
Did you feel like you kind of had to coach a group of friends?
Yeah, I wouldn't put it quite that bluntly, but through doing these courses, I've met heaps of people, and some of those are now my regular riding buddies, which is really cool. It's kind of just building this little community that's getting bigger and bigger in town.
But good vibes don't pay the mortgage. Like most local businesses, Michelle makes a living from all the tourists who come to ride the bike trails Forrest is famous for. More than 70 kilometres of them. I want to know how a timber town became a mountain biking mecca. I've been told it's largely due to one man, an unsung pioneer of Forrest. 25 years ago, when Jeff Fox fell in love with mountain biking, there weren't any trails here. So Jeff took the DIY route.
Well, this is where it all started, Paul. Out the back gate and up here, and just kept on going.
Good girl.
Jeff built logging roads for work, but in his spare time, he built bike trails in the bush out the back of his house.
I don't think anyone knew they were here for a couple of years, 2 or 3 years, yeah.
And, I mean, how much trail did you build?
26K, roughly.
26 kilometres?
Yeah.
Just by yourself, digging by hand? Wow.
Jeff was doing all this while a long fight to protect the Otway forests was reaching its climax.
They smashed the windscreen of my bloody car, mate.
Loggers had been battling greenies here for years. In 2002, the Victorian government sided with the trees.
Today, at a very proud moment, I can announce that the logging in the Otways will stop if we are elected to government in the future.
But if there was no future in timber, how would Forrest support itself? If only there was a reason for tourists to visit. So how did it go from being an underground network of bike trails to an official network?
All the forestry got a grant for about $500,000 to build mountain bike trails.
Is that when they first found out about your network?
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to say there, but anyway. I saved them a lot of money, I can tell you.
Yeah, like, oh, funny that you want to build mountain bike tracks here. I happen to know a couple.
Yeah.
Jeff Fox didn't know it at the time, but he wasn't just building bike trails. He was forging a new path for Forrest. Before finding out more about what Forrest has become, I want to turn back the clock.
Hey, Paul, pleased to meet you.
John
Yeah.
Frizon of Frizon Street.
That's it. You've got a bit of an interest in the place, have you?
Yeah, look at this place. I mean, you've got a collection here, John.
Well, I could say I'm proud of it, but it's a bit of a mess at the moment.
Would you mind giving me a bit of a tour?
No problem.
Almost 80 years ago, John Frizon's grandfather, Alf, built a sawmill here. This is what remains.
I mean, this beam up here is crazy, John.
Yeah, well, they were big boys back then.
And you can see the axe marks in some of those cuts there. It's incredible.
Yeah.
John grew up here in the 1960s, when his father and uncle were running the family business.
The fact that this bit's still standing is a bit of a miracle, really.
Yeah, that's incredible. And it's like untreated timber, bush carpentry, and it's still there.
It's getting shorter all the time. This town was built for sawmilling. I grew up with the smell of smoke in the nostrils. Yeah, sawdust was everywhere. It was all around. Would blow into the roofs of the houses around here.
So sawdust is in the fabric of forest?
Yeah, a lot different now.
Yeah.
A lot cleaner.
Yeah.
A lot less.
Quieter?
Yeah, a lot less noise now.
So when the mill shut, what did your dad and uncle want to do with it?
Well, Dad wanted to put a bulldozer through it.
Yeah, right. Just
wipe it out.
So how did it not get knocked down?
I had something to do with that. I've always had a thing about preserving some part of history in the country. I catch so many people walking past who are interested in what's going on, and I'm prepared to give my time to tell them what this is all about.
Forest has reinvented itself, but thanks to John, it's maintained its connection to the past. There are plenty of characters you expect to find in a small town like Forest. Nor Peterson isn't one of them.
Can I give you a little push, Nor?
She's the only Muslim in the village.
These are my chukki eggs.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so dates are a big feature in Ramadan. There's just so many wonderful recipes to use them.
Long before she converted to Islam, she was Emily Peterson, a restless soul drawn to religion and spirituality.
Now, then we need to add the sugar.
Sugar in. In her late 30s, teaching creative movement and drama at Melbourne University, life felt empty.
I'm worrying about my hair, my jewellery matching this or the shoes matching that. And my heart, it was like it was just knocking like so loud. What are you doing? This is not what you're born to be or what people, the purpose for being on the planet is.
I think it's kind of a treat, no?
I went off with a backpack and went to all sorts of religious communities. I went to Indonesia, I went to Lombok, and that's where I became Muslim.
Oh, this is looking good, no?
Oh, it's my prayer time. That was good timing. Okay,
Well,
sorry. Because that's where the people just were living a beautiful, beautiful relationship with everything, with each other, with the earth that they were working. And I thought, there's something here. It's the heart that is important in any decisions like this.
Her heart also guided her when she married Nasser, an Egyptian geologist she'd met in Melbourne. When they were looking for somewhere to retire after living in Saudi Arabia for many years, Noor longed for a landscape she'd always loved.
Nasser had never been to the Otways. I said, look, it's wet, it's rainy, it's really cold. Bring it on is what he'd say, yeah. My son, he said, look, you'll be in redneck country, you know, farming, and you'll be the only Muslims. But neither of us wanted to go where my son was saying, go to Faulkner, go to Broadmeadows, you know, where like people are.
No. Hello. Nice to see you.
But Noor didn't need to be living with like people to make close friends.
Do you drink Dilma?
Yeah, Dilma's good.
Yeah,
thank you. Bearbell Schönhofen is proof of that.
It's beautiful, Barb. It's autumn now, Barb.
So, Noor, you're coming back from Saudi Arabia, you're moving to Forest. Were you nervous?
I was going to a ladies' group, okay, not big deal, but the courage to walk in there was immense. And that's when I was sitting next to you.
I mean, the first time I only seen her for a few minutes, but the second time I've seen her up at Colac, and her husband walking. He was very tall now, some with his white kaftan, beard in front, and she was walking nicely behind him, totally black. And I just saw the poor woman. You know? And when I met Noor more and more, she wasn't a poor woman, she was running it.
we have a quick chat or Barb comes and gets them.
Their friendship deepened after NASA passed away in 2023.
When Islamically, when the husband passes away, the wife has to go into what's called idda, which is 4 months and 10 days of not going out of the house. So who's my male lady, my Uber driver, my everything? 4 months and 10 days.
Was Andy going to shop
And then you ask what friendship is? There's friendship.
Yeah.
Many people say, many friends say, it's too much, come back to Melbourne. I just hope one day that maybe I just go topsy-turvy down here or something and don't have to end up going back or out of here.
Nor misses NASA terribly, which is why the place next door has become something of a sanctuary.
It was his real play space. When he passed away, just sort of morphed into me coming in. This is the project with the school kids. So they're each getting a racing car. So we'll go with the wheels and the kids will then put the axle in, put the washers in at the right place and the bolts and do that assembly part.
So it's a real creative project for the children as well.
Would you like to do it?
Yeah, I'd love to do it. You've got me excited.
First of all, I asked the guys, I need to know how to do the bandsaw, how to do the drop saw, how to do the table saw. And it was a big like, and no one would come offering. It was, is she real? Anyway, eventually one did, and I've had fun ever since.
Nora describes this as an anyone shed.
What are you working on here, Zoe?
I'm doing a frame for this mirror over here. So I actually made one for myself.
Zoe Thompson is Vice President of the Forrest Men's Shed.
I used to be a bloke when I started, so that all changed. And they were really good with it.
And did you have apprehension about people in the men's shed finding out how they'd react?
I was terrified. Like, this is an old logging community, yeah? There's some backwards people here. So I thought I was going to be run out of town and crucified and I'd have lynch mobs after me and that sort of thing, but they've all been really good. Like, everyone's been really sweet. We're kind of unique here, and I couldn't imagine any men's shed being like this one here.
It hasn't always been this welcoming here, though. There was a notorious incident in June 2018 where gunshots were heard echoing out from the Forrest Men's Shed. Locals refer to it in hushed tones as Pig Gate.
Forrest was already moving with the times, but the men's shed was still a throwback to a wilder, blokier age. Think less diversity, more drinking.
One night, early evening, we heard this squealing and thought, this is a pig squealing, you know. It was not funny at the time, very not funny at the time.
There's an investigation underway in the Otways. The investigation includes apparently firearms offences and alleged slaughter of pigs. Apparently, it was taking place at a men's shed.
If you want to investigate a small town mystery, naturally you head to the pub.
Jiggy, can you give me another one of them, please?
At the time of Piggate, Brendan Murphy was president of the Forrest Men's Shed.
Just put it on the ABC table.
He says they took the piglets off someone as a favour.
So we decided to, make them into small goods. We got people from Melbourne to come down, Greeks and Italians, to put it all together with the right spices. We made some beautiful sausages and gave them away or ate them ourselves. And So I didn't think there'd be a problem when we dispatched them. But apparently it was a little bit out of order. We needed somewhere to hang the pigs, and the publican said, yeah, you can put them in my fridge. I don't think he meant for Walshy to come down, covered in blood with a pig on each shoulder and walk them through the bar. I think it was the day after all hell seemed to break loose. People from interstate and even in Antarctica had heard about our little efforts on the ABC. We weren't in for any monetary gain. But,
you weren't running a racket.
No. Would have been more professional than that.
Maybe it was a bit of a beat-up, but Piggate marked a turning point for the men's shed.
I was relieved of the presidency of the men's shed, and I was banned for a total of 6 months.
And that's how it became an anyone's shed. When Piggate blew up in 2018, leading senior constable Matt Roberts had only been in Forrest a few months. He'd spent 12 years as a detective in Melbourne.
Did you think to yourself, what have I got myself into here?
It was more the banter from my colleagues in Melbourne. You know, they just wanting to know if I needed a homicide squad up here. You know, they milked it.
What made you want to pull up stumps and move to Forrest?
Family. And I had a close friend and colleague coming close to retirement, and his main thing was that he probably spent too much time at work, not enough time with family, and got cancer and didn't get to see out his retirement. So that was a big wake-up call for me. All right, Ash, I better get a coffee. Everyone behave?
Yes.
Including staff?
No.
Staff did behave? I did initially think, what the hell have I done? I've gone from this hard-hitting detective to this country cop getting cows off the road, but everything's worked out. The most recent, odd thing you don't get in the city is we walk in the front door of the police station and next minute my dog nearly jumps back and takes my legs out. I'm thinking, what's going on here? And here's a massive tiger snake rearing up at the desk.
We're not in trouble, are we, Matt?
No. This is all above board.
Okay.
What are some of the harder parts of being a small-town policeman?
Oh, look, you're a cop and you're a community member, so there's a fine line there between balancing all that. You've got to reflect on how people want to be treated. They want privacy. They don't want you talking about the incident or the job outside of work, and they need your support. Someone just call me when red leaves.
And so you left the city with this dream or vision of how life would be with more family and, being a country police officer. What's the reality been like?
It's fairly unique. You could be pulling a car over on the side of the road and, your kids drive past on a push bike or a lawnmower and, they're, hi, Dad, and can I go to Tom's house or whatever, and they're interrupting you sometimes, but it's quite unique.
So that never would have happened in Footscray?
No, not at all, no.
Matt also does a lot in Forrest when he's not in uniform. He's taken an old community hub, the footy changing rooms, and reinvented it.
So we can go a little bit deeper this time, try just push a little bit more. 5, 4,
It's a 40-minute drive to the nearest gym. So Matt, a qualified fitness instructor, helped set this up soon after he arrived.
Come back down, pause, reset, and go again. When I was a kid, I grew up in a small country town. That gym started up in not too dissimilar circumstances at a footy reserve, and there were a lot of police using that gym as well. That's it. Nice. There you go, Nicky. You got to train with them, you got to interact with them. If you had problems, you could always talk to them about it. Did inspire me a little bit to join up.
Do the gym classes act as a kind of bridge between your role as a police officer and who you are as a community member?
Yeah, for sure. So they get to see a different side of me, get to see me contribute, and then other people think, well, Matt's a bit of a role model, apparently. So
Once a year, the forest community get together to help the local brewery pick their hops crop. But this isn't any old variety of hops. This one was planted in the area way back in the 19th century and has been grown here ever since. Now, this is my kind of community day. Good people, a little bit of horticulture, and eventually a great beer.
Come on down the mountain, baby.
Forest has been through some hard times. After the sawmill stopped, it needed to forge a new path. And it did, thanks to a diverse community of dreamers who also longed to reinvent themselves. And they know exactly what drew them here.
First of all, it has to be the environment. If we would take a little drone shot above us now, and you see here and then you stand out to what, you know, is around forest, literally it is forest. And forests are so nurturing. But apart from that, the community has been amazing.
We were very readily accepted as locals very quickly. And I think that reflects an attitude of adaptability, right? They're willing to try something new, meet new people, do new things. That's part of the success of Forest, is being able to change, and I think it will just continue to change over time. I don't know where it will go, but I'm excited.
Next time, I get up close and personal.
This is very weird. David, I don't normally get this close to people I've just met.
In a town of many cultures, where many different voices harmonise and sing the same uplifting song.
And welcome to Harvey.
Kaya, yan Europe na tinanong.
Ciao! Us, maligayang pagdating.